up, buddies? Mega here. Welcome back to another Minecraft video. This is a very interesting video because finally the 1.13 update has been released to the public. I mean, it's already been, but you know what I mean. Like, full release finally. And there's turtles, sea grass, sea stuff, I guess. That's interesting. So, I already know it's guaranteed that I'm gonna miss a lot of things, but, you know, we're gonna try our best to get most of the features done. I'm not gonna make this video all professional because I'm not gonna have any fancy cuts or edits. It's kind of just gonna be a mainstream and a lot more of me just exploring it and then getting my reaction instead of just stating everything that gets boring. So, anyway, let's get to it. So the first thing that we can clearly see on the list that was added is, of course, the turtles. Now, I think turtles are very cool because, well, they're turtles, and that's cool. And we've never seen before. And you can also breed them with what's it called? The seagrass. So if I just get seagrass right there, and you can breed this dude with this person, this turtle, and then hopefully slowly they'll breed and whatever. And unlike any other mob, the turtles don't spawn in just a baby turtle. They spawn in a bunch of tiny eggs, which is, I think, amazing. You can also just place them everywhere. And something which is kind of scary, I guess, is if you jump on them, it breaks them, which is not, I mean, that's probably what would happen if you actually did jump on a turtle egg, except it would probably break faster than just having to jump. This one's oh, okay. I was about to say it's unbreakable, but yeah, so I think these are really cool because they have an interesting texture and stuff. But anyway, we're gonna move on to our next feature because these were just right here, so yeah. The next feature is every time you swim, there's a cool swimming animation, which I've never experienced any of these features or whatever in person. I've always watched videos of them, so this is the first time I'm ever seeing my character do this really cool swimming animation. And every time I'm experiencing all of these features. So there's also, as you can see, seagrass right here, and then you can place it everywhere, and I guess it grows. And then there's also kelp, which you can also place everywhere, and then it grows up. Cool thing is, these are one of the few blocks in the game that actually has an animated texture. So, you can see it moving, swaying in the water. And at first I was about to say that this update wasn't nice because I was lagging a lot when I first came in to explore it. But turned out it was just my bad because I had my render distance at 32. So yeah. The next feature we have, let's just go in here, is sea caves. You can now just look through caves that are in the sea, and they're pretty much completely filled with water, and then there's a bunch of kelp in them and stuff. Yeah. Let's move on to our next thing. The next thing is actual fish. Finally, we actually have real life fish instead of just items for it when you fish. And so there's a couple different versions, or different types of fish, not versions. So let me just go over here. If we go into our inventory over here, you can see we have a puffer fish, which I think is my favorite. Where is, we have a salmon, we have a tropical fish, and we are missing cod, which is, I'm just gonna do the easy way. There. And so then, well, I don't think there's any baby versions, but cod look like that. Tropical fish, there's over 2,000 varieties of them with all different shapes and colors and patterns of the colors. And then the salmon look like that. I think they look pretty cool. And then my favorite, the pufferfish. If you come close to one, maybe you have to be in survival. Yeah, hold on. Also, I do not like the new commands and stuff. They're really annoying. Yep, so they puff up and then they poison you, and you can die from one if you get close enough to it. I don't actually want to die, so I'm gonna die. Well, anyway, on our next feature, we have the way that the water what's this thing called? The bubbles actually do not fill up instantly when you go up here. They slowly fill up one by one. I'm dying. Whoa! Okay, he's throwing tridents at me. So our next feature is the drowned, because he's right here. Oh, there's two. Oh, where were they? I did not see them. Oh, there's three. Okay. That's kind of frightening. So anyway, drowned mobs are basically drowned zombies that, swim around to get you, and, they can spawn regularly, or they can be regular zombies that fall into the, water, and then once they hit the ground for a little bit, they do turn into drowned. I'm just gonna give myself, this is, oh no, get out, run, oh, well, I'm dead. Well, anyway, we're gonna spawn somewhere unknown, and a lag happens. And hopefully my recording isn't lagging. That's happened a lot. I've tried to configure stuff to make it not lag, but it still is probably lagging. Anyway, there's cool. We're gonna move on to something after, although I should probably get back to a drowned. So I'm just gonna give myself a spawn egg for the drowned right here. So basically, if you spawn a zombie actually, and then we need to find it. There we go. You spawn a zombie in, lucky you, baby zombie. If you spawn a zombie in the water, it will drown or sink to the ground, and it'll stay there, and then it will start spinning, I think. Or it'll just stay like that. I guess this baby's trying to get out. But this guy's not. And so, eventually, he will turn into a drowned. Like that. And so then, drowns can, swim around, kind of. And then, they can get you. And there's also a chance that they spawn with a trident, which is the new weapon, which I think is kind of cool. I haven't actually used it, but let's see if we got. Wow, we didn't get a single one with the trident, but you saw earlier the first one that attacked. Here he is. Okay, so drowns have a chance of spawning with a trident, and so if you're in survival, they will throw the trident at you, and they also have a chance of dropping it. There. We did not actually get the trident. Okay, so the next feature, since we went straight from the drowns, I think, to this, because I had to do something right then, and so then it had to cut. But anyway, is I mean, maybe it might be my favorite weapon now. It's considered the trident, and well, you can throw it in the water, you can throw it out of the water. If I can get out of the water. It makes a cool sound, and then it throws pretty far, I think, and then it hits somewhere, and then you get it back. So in survival, let's say, this is such an infuriating new command. I throw it, I lose it, and then I can't get it until I go back and get it again. And then I can throw something away, which should show I missed. Okay, that's a bad start already. Where did it go? There it is. So if I do manage to hit something, then I will get an advancement, which is a throwaway joke, and I'm about to die. And so you can actually enchant tridents now, or the tridents were added and you can enchant them. So if I go into that, then I think there's you can get loyalty, which I'm pretty sure gives, when you have it, then it gives back your Riptide, or no, it gives back your trident if it's enchanted, and then it comes back to you. Then there's Riptide, and there's the last one which I don't remember. I think Riptide makes it so that you can actually swim around faster. So if I go into, if I just do, whoa, they changed this. I'll go over that later. But why did I do that? That's the wrong thing. Gee, there's a lot of new stuff. I'm getting distracted. Anvil, you throw it down, and then you have your trident, you put it with loyalty, and then I'm pretty sure if you go in, or I think it works anyway, you throw it, it lands somewhere, and then, yeah, it normally, there's going to be that animation, and then it comes back to you. So if I go into survival, I throw it somewhere, wherever, it's going to come back with that cool animation, and then come back to my inventory so I can throw it at, I missed, okay, I'm not very good at this, but I need to get, okay, I gave up with that, but anyway, that's one of the enchants for the, that's one of the enchants for the trident. Then another enchant is, Riptide, which I'm pretty sure, makes it so that you cannot get rid of your trident, but if you go in the water, then you can actually, you can swim faster, and it has a really cool animation with the thing, so it's kind of like a whirlpool or something, and yeah, you can go around faster like this, and you can also, when it's a wrong slash, when it's a rainstorm, then you can fly in the air, and yeah, that's really cool, I think. And there's one last enchant, I think, that this one, I think it's penetration, or there might be actually 4, but hold on, let me find it. Okay, so it turns out there is actually 2 new ones. So there's impaling and channeling. So that's not a normal one. So let's say I get a trident and I put it with channeling. I think this one in a thunderstorm, thunder, it can summon lightning. Or is that that wouldn't be impaling. I think it summons lightning when you hit something, so let me hit this poor wolf. Yeah, so it makes it also cool sound, and then it summons anything it hits with lightning, which that is very cool. I'm just gonna hit this sheep. So it makes a cool sound, and then it strikes that with lightning, which is very interesting, I think. I also notice there isn't much of a glowing-ish effect when it's enchanted. I mean, I don't really know what that has to do with anything, but if you have impaling, basically whatever it hits, it does more damage to it. So let me hit this squid. It can one-shot squids now. And so I think that's all to do with the trident. I mean, I'm probably missing something, and I don't know. But you know, I'm gonna be missing it, and then you guys are gonna be yelling at me, not really. And so, yeah, I guess that's done with the trident. Let's move on to something, the next thing. So, our next thing that I can remember of is that when you hit squids now, they actually emit a cool, well, they emit a new sound, and they put ink all wherever they were hit, and then they swim away. So this is more like the Pocket Edition, or the Bedrock Edition as it is called now. And so I think you might get blinded or not, I'm not sure, but so that's the squid, everyone. We're gonna move on to something, the next thing. So the next thing, I kind of forgot to mention it when I was talking about turtles, but we are now, is the turtle shell. You can wear it as a hat, and then yeah, you have a cool hat now, and so then, and it seems like it's blocking my eye, but if you go into survival, then it actually gives you water breathing for about a couple seconds, and then you start losing air bubbles. But for a little bit it gives like 10-second water breathing or something, and then you can swim around for longer. And yeah, and the way you actually craft turtle shells is by hold on. The way you craft turtle shells is if you get scutes, which they look like that, and you get these from when baby turtles actually grow up into adult turtles, and then you get a turtle shell, and then you can do whatever you want with it and swim around for longer. So let's move on to our next feature. The next feature that we have on the list, which is completely out of order, is the fact, hold on, let me just clear the weather. But the next, you can actually have fish in water buckets, and so then it's basically a regular bucket, but then there's a fish that comes out of it, and then you can put it in, and then there's just fish that come out, and so you can spam it, and then tons of little fish go around. And I also forgot to mention, if fish are out of the water too long, then they will just die and then drop their corresponding fish. So this one dropped Nemo, which is now considered a tropical fish instead of a clownfish. But if they don't get in the water fast enough, then they will just die. Okay, let's move on to our next feature. Next feature we have on our list is the what are these things called? The phantoms. So I think phantoms look really cool. They look kind of undead, because I think they are. But basically, if you don't sleep for a very long time, or a certain amount of time, then they will come in packs or swarms and all attack you. So if I go in game mode survival, then they would all come swoop down and then hit me. And yeah, so it's very hard to avoid them, and they do a lot of damage. So now I'm back over here. Great. Now I need to get all the way back. So I am back, and it turns out all the phantoms have despawned. But anyway, what happens if you actually kill one? And I'm not that good. So what actually happens if you do kill a phantom, if you can reach it, then you actually get a phantom membrane. And I think the only things that phantom membranes are used for, well, actually, there's a couple things. They can be used for a new potion, which I'll get into in a second, but they can also be used to repair the elytra, because at first elytra was only fixed with leather, but now that feature was removed and it's replaced by phantom membrane. Your elytra's damaged, you're like, oh no, my elytra's damaged. You put an anvil down, you put it there, put a phantom membrane, and then it's fully, and then it fixes itself. So, yeah, so it's kind of weird, and okay, I thought for a second that was a change right there, but I guess we're going to move on to our next thing. So our next feature we have on the list is actually Ocean Ruins, and we're just going to show this off real quick right now. Whenever you have a magma block and you put it underwater, cool thing is it actually bubbles come down, and if you're ever in this, then you actually get pulled down. And I believe also if you soul sand does push you up, so if we get a soul sand real quick, then this will push you up. So yeah, it pushes you up, and then you can go up and then down. So in a way, it's a cool elevator. There are now ocean ruins in Minecraft, which is kind of cool. So since a lot of it is exploring in oceans, you can look for an ocean monument, or not monument, ruin. They appear somewhere, and then you get stuff. And so I just got a bunch of trash wheat and an interesting fishing rod with mending, which that's pretty cool, I think. And there's also a chance that you can get a buried treasure map, and other things. We found an ocean, what is this thing called? A shipwreck. So there are shipwrecks now in Minecraft, and they appear kind of like this. I think there's 3 versions of them. So there's this kind of where it's kind of just on top or upright. There's one where it's upside down, and there's one where it's on its side. And they can also have all kinds of, well, they have a lot of things that you can find in them. This is kind of trash. They usually have 2 chests, I think. But, yeah, I don't know where the other things are. They should always have 2 chests, but I don't know where any of the other things are. I may have to find it, and I don't really think that doing what I'm doing right now is gonna help much, just breaking the whole thing. But anyway, they can also come in many different wood variants, so it took me a while. I was looking all over the place for ocean ruins, and then I just found this. Where would the second chest be? Is it possible that there's only one? Well, I'm pretty sure I was told that there's 2, but anyway, that's what the ocean, or the shipwrecks look like, kind of. One of them does, at least. And so we're just gonna have a quick feature. Items do not actually sink to the bottom anymore, they actually float. So you can see that the item will slowly float up, and then once it hits the top, then it'll just bob up there. And then this works for anything. I don't know if it does for arrows. I guess we could check right now. I don't think so though. Yeah, the arrows still sink. But anyway, there are also a couple of other things. I think I'm going to look for a I'm gonna look for ocean ruins some more, see if I can find something that our next feature has. So I was looking for so long and I could not find a single other structure, which is so weird because they should normally be a lot more common. So instead what I did was I just did the locate command, and so this is just what a treasure map or a buried treasure is. So there's heart of the sea, fish, and then like a bunch of other cool things in it. So anyway, with beacons now, if you make a beacon whatever and you put it on, if you come close to it, it makes a really cool aurora sound kind of thing. Very interesting. I don't know if that would be what it would actually do, but it's interesting nevertheless. But anyway, they now have basically a beacon for underwater. It's called the Conduit, and it looks like that. It also provides light, which is interesting. We still haven't found any coral reefs or anything. Wow, this world was bad luck. But anyway, if you I'm pretty sure you need Prismarine to launch it. If you put that on, or maybe I'm not really sure how it's supposed to go. I think you just do that, and then do you like surround it in Prismarine, I think, and then it's supposed to like do stuff. I'm like very confused right now. I may have to look up stuff. Oh, there we go. There we go. Well, we figured it out ourselves, I guess. But anyway, it gives you an effect called Conduit Power. And I think when you have this, you have a couple of things that you can do. So let me just fill this out, because I think it gives stronger effects if there's more Prismarine around it and stuff. But so there, that should be probably enough, I think. So let's say we get into survival. You can see that let me take this off. Our air bubbles do not actually go down, and I think you can, is it just me, or I'm pretty sure you can actually like do something with you can dig faster maybe? I don't know, but you get a cool effect. That's really all that matters, I guess. I don't know if anything else. I mean, it makes a really cool sound, I think. But anyway, we're gonna move on. They have added dolphins to Minecraft finally. Like, I thought they were gonna add sharks maybe, but there are no sharks. But anyway, dolphins are really cool. Because, well, that's interesting. There's just a random chicken jockey over there. But if we get a dolphin from in here, where are they? Do I have to really? Here it is. Okay. So they make some interesting sounds. like licks and whistles and whatever, because that's what dolphins do, I think. But you get there's a new effect that you get when you're around dolphins and they like you and whatever or something. You get Dolphin's Grace, which makes you see better and stuff. But let's say I throw something, then they will actually play with the item and start moving it around, which is kind of interesting. And so then they'll kick it around. I think that's really cute. And also they can jump over things, so let's see if we can have that happen. Or they're just... Oh, they almost did it. I could... Let me see if I can do this. Also, the conduit does give you night vision if you don't have it already, so that's also an interesting thing. Are you gonna go in there, buddy? Well, normally they should actually, like... If I put a couple in there. Yeah, so a lot of them will jump over, which they can do, and they can do cool tricks and whatever. And was I lied about that you can ride dolphins or something, or is that just, I don't know. I know that you can tame them maybe. Let me get oh, they gave me the thing back. So I think you tame with cod. I guess just raw cod. And you go to one. Yeah, so it's making sound. And they can also, they will follow, they can detect, they can find buried treasure. So I'll just let this guy, I'll follow this guy. We'll swim also just for the fun of it. So he or she should be able to, yeah, so I just got Dolphin's Grace, which, so it does give you, oh, I'm in. I don't really know what Dolphin's Grace does. I mean, oh, so it makes you faster. I don't know. It does stuff. Buddy, are you finding a buried treasure yet? Did you find something here, maybe? There's so many things in this update that I'm gonna have to get used to. And you know, I just thought, I think I'm gonna split this video in 2 parts. I'm gonna have the ocean part, which is this part, and then I'll have some more ocean stuff in the next part, but the next part will be a lot more about all the other updates or additions that they had. So normally dolphins are supposed to find buried treasures or something. This is such an infuriating new commands and whatever. Well, where is Mr. Dolphin that I already saw? Did he find one? No, there's nothing here, but there's a drown over there. Can you please find one, sir? I thought he was gonna attack it. I also know if you attack dolphins, they will, since they go in like packs or whatever, I don't know what it's called. Did you find it right? Well, they will all attack you, and then you don't want that. So, and I'm not really going to show it. I just know that they do stuff. Well, it doesn't look like he found the... I don't know. Maybe he... Whatever, I think I'm gonna... I think I'm just gonna end the video. It's like a million years long. and I might do the rest tomorrow or something, but this is a huge update. There's like all of these logs and whoa. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil that. I'll save that for another video. You probably already know of it, and no one's gonna watch this, and no one's gonna watch for this long, but okay, so I think I'm just gonna end this video. I'm not really sure if there's any. I mean, there definitely is a lot of features that I missed out on. I'll go over the whole water physics, the new water physics, in the next video, I guess. That's a really weird thing that you can do. You can hit, and it's weird, but okay. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, please do leave a like, subscribe if you're new and you like my content. Leave a comment, I'll reply to you guys, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!